Welcome back, boys and girls. This is TheKillerNacho again. And I have actually quite a few backlog of battles. I know I've actually been down to posting like once a week, and that's the NGDL, but I actually have been doing battles. Just that I've really not had the time to narrate them and put them together. And this is probably the oldest of those battles. It's against a guy named Lord of Waffles. And this happened, oh god, November the 3rd? So yeah, okay, this is a really old battle, so forgive me if I don't actually remember what happens. We'll probably figure it out together, my friends. But this is the oldest battle that I have. In fact, this is the only one that I think is that old, so I don't remember much about it. Anyway, clearly I have a water team here, so I'll go ahead and lead with Pelipper as he goes into his Gliscor. And my Drizzle activates, so it's all going to get wet in here, and I think if it was me, I would just U-turn. No, he protects. Okay, so he protects. And, yeah, I go for the Scald. Okay, I go for that Scald. And, I was trying to get the burn off it before he could get its, poison. But he's very wise. And, yeah, he just wisely protects. So in comes his Rotom Wash, as now I go for the U-turn. And, yeah, I was predicting the switch. And indeed, he does try to go into that Rotom. And I go out into my Kartana, which is, actually looking at his team, pretty nice against his team. I believe this is a Choice Banded Kartana, so I'm just going to go for the Leaf Blade. And he was expecting to survive, but yeah, I do remember, he said he was expecting to survive. He was not anticipating the Choice Band, however. And I get an additional +1, and that's pretty amazing. And I'm like, in comes Gliscor, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to try to go for this kill. Not much can live a Choice Band +1 Leaf Blade from a Kartana that doesn't resist, so he's just going to go ahead and switch out. He goes out into his Mence, which will resist. In fact, it resists X4. So he guess he was just trying to figure out what I would do. But it still does about half to the Salamence at an X4 resistance. So, yeah, that's impressive damage. Anyway, I'm going to go out into my Ferrothorn as he withdraws into Lovebug, his Volcarona. So, again, he was trying to go into a quadruple thing. Maybe to get up a Quiver Dance. He's going to try for it against my Ferrothorn, but I believe I go for the T-Wave. I have T-Wave on this set, and yeah, it's going to go ahead and paralyze it, which will make it harder for the Volcarona to get any sort of sweep up, which is good for me, but it's going to go ahead and switch out now into Gliscor. Interesting that he decided to save Volcarona instead of at least try to get damage on my Ferrothorn. Instead, he goes out into his he goes out into his Gliscor as I go for the Stealth Rock, so there you go. I'm going to go ahead and switch out now, again, into my Pelipper, and set up the rain again, because it was down. And, yeah, it's just good for me in general, as he goes for his own Stealth Rock, so that's good for him. We both now have hazards up, and, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and switch. I probably could have U-turned there, but I didn't. I went straight into my Mega Swampy. I was probably thinking he might protect. There you go. But now I am going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, and as you guys know, Mega Swampy in the rain is just dominant. He's going to go into his Volcarona, presumably as Death Fodder, as I get my Mega Evolution up, and I believe I just go straight for the Waterfall since it's super effective against Gliscor. And in the rain, we'll hit pretty much anything hard. So I go for that, and he does go into his Volcarona, and then we'll go ahead and take it out. Fortunately for him, though, Flame Body activates, so that was actually maybe a heads-up play, hoping that he would get the burn on that Contact move. And that will actually severely cripple my Mega Swampert, so maybe a good play there. Though he's going to go back into Gliscor. I do have Ice Punch. I'm going to go for it. It is X4 effective, and it still does over half, which is nice. And he's going to go ahead and Defog, so that gets rid of both of our Stealth Rocks. So that's you know, it's average. He can always set them up again. Although I still have Ferrothorn as well, so I can set them up again as well, so I'm actually just going to go into Ferrothorn as he goes for a Protect, which was kind of obvious to get that healing up. He doesn't want to lose his Gliscor, and I'm like, I kind of want to set Stealth Rocks again, so that's what I probably do. In comes Alakazam, as I actually go for a Leech Seed. I lied. Okay, I go in for a Leech Seed, and that ends up working out not at all, because Alakazam is immune to that sort of thing, so it's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve. I don't remember what play I made, but I probably went for a Gyro Ball instead of setting up Stealth Rocks again. He's going to go ahead and trace my Iron Barbs. So actually, I think I'm going to hurt myself there. He does go for the Focus Blast. I think I can live at least one, and I do, which is nice. And I do go for that Gyro Ball to take out the Mega Alakazam. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite do the trick. But because he Mega Evolved, though, the Leech Seed is able to activate and kill the Mega Alakazam. So, there you go. There is a point to Leech Seed in Alakazam, apparently. Although the Iron Barbs did hurt me a little bit. He's going to be able to come into Gliscor and revenge kill my Ferrothorn. But I am still looking pretty nice at this point in the match. The rain is down, but Gliscor is starting to creep up there in HP again. So I'm just going to go right back into Pelipper, set up my rain, and threaten this Gliscor with a Scald in the Rain, which should do over half, factoring in his weakness. So there's the Stealth Rocks now, and he's going to set them back up, so he has that advantage. As I go for a Scald, and I end up taking out that Gliscor in one hit. Well, you know, not from full, but you know what I meant. From where it was at, and in comes the Mence again. And he's going to try to go for the Dragon Dance. I decide to go for the Hurricane because it's neutral, I believe. Yeah, go for the Hurricane. I'm kind of actually hoping for the Confusion here. It leaves its elements in red HP. He's going to go for that Outrage, which at +1 actually does not KO Pelipper. Pelipper's defense was buffed in Gen 7, and it is actually very respectable now, and I'm able to tank that Outrage, which is amazing. And his last Pokemon is Weavile, which I believe will be able to kill Pelipper at this range. He tries to actually Pursuit me, thinking I would switch. It's going to go ahead and kill me anyway, so down it goes. A good play for him there. And I'm just going to go into my Mega Swampy, which, even though I am faster than this, and even though I am at minus attack, Waterfall should still do a lot to Pokemon with as paper-thin defenses as Weavile does. Clearly this thing is Choice Banded or maybe Scarfed because he just goes for another Pursuit. He's not able to kill me. And I'm just going to finish the match off with Waterfall. So good game there, Lord of Waffles. We'll have to do another one sometime if you ever stop by again. Lord of Waffles420. And today's question of the day is going to be, what is your favorite planet of the solar system? And yeah, I couldn't really think of anything Pokemon related. So I decided just to go with something completely random. As for me, I've always liked... I know Pluto's not a planet anymore, so I can't go with Pluto. But, or actually is it? It's a dwarf planet. I don't know if it counts. Either way, you know, obviously I like Earth. We kind of live on it. It's kind of cool, but I'm going to go ahead and exclude that one. Call me... You know, I'll probably go with Jupiter, because of the, you know, the storm is very interesting, with the big red spot, you know, and it's just crazy if you look up how big it is and how, you know, how intense it is. It just boggles the mind. Anyway, leave a comment about that, and see you guys again next time. Later.